be Corey Ricks serving for the Pepperdine Waves. Here comes UCI. Let's see what Ammerman can do. Boy, he didn't win. I mean, right now they're the dynamic duo for UCI.
If you're the middle blocker for Pepperdine, don't you think you jump in transition on that? Probably. They've said it 3 times in a row. They've scored 3 times in a row. Nice job.
Kevin Wynn to serve. Here come the Waves. And Carroll. Oh, yeah. Carroll like that. It wasn't 3-on-1 that time. So Wynn checks out. We got Azuka in the back row right now with Default and Wilson. And on the front, it's that young man, Clark, along with Ammerman. And Diamore, and UCI goes up 12-8.
That's a nice set.
There's Carson Clark, came up with the winner. Now he's serving. UCI up by 4, 12-8. Right now, UCI with all the momentum in the world. Oh my, Diamore and Wilson on the front line. And they are really doing a very nice job of containing Paul Carroll.
You know, they're into his rhythm, as we say. They have the tempo of his swing, and they've got the tempo right down. They're over pressing when he's swinging. He doesn't have a lot of place to go with the ball right now, except for right into the block.
13-8. Right now, UCI is like a tidal wave to the Pepperdine Waves. That one goes over, mistake made. Diamore makes them pay. And it's becoming more of the same. Up 14-8 here in the 3rd game. And I think Dr. Marv Dumpy's going to have to call a timeout, and he does just that.
Ammerman's doing a nice job just going against the flow. Pepperdine's block came and get into a rhythm. They don't know which way to go. Very nice. He's setting a very nice match.
We're going to take a break. The Anteaters looking to dispose of the Waves. We'll be right back.
Even if you're stretching every dollar these days, you can still have a lot of fun. Because in this tough economy, Cox Digital Cable is the best entertainment value. Just look at all the amazing choices you've got right at your fingertips. Thousands of movies and shows, many of which are free on demand. Plus loads of live sporting events. Now more than ever, a smart choice that gives you the most bang for your buck. Cox Digital Cable.
If you have difficulty walking or you're at risk of falling, then what you're about to hear could change your life forever. At UScoot, we'll do everything possible to help you get a new power chair at little or no cost to you. We've helped hundreds of thousands of people regain their freedom and independence.
Before I got my chair, I was confined.
UScoot specialists are standing by. They'll work directly with you, a loved one, your doctor, and your insurance company. One of our trained technicians will personally deliver your power chair and show you how easy it is to use. And we promise if you qualify and your primary insurance denies your claim, we'll let you keep your power chair absolutely free. That's right, free. That's the UScoot promise, and no other company can make it. If you're ready to take back your freedom and independence, call UScoot now and we'll pre-qualify you while you're on the phone. The call is toll-free and there's no obligation.
I have my freedom back, and I love it.
It's a godsend, a blessing. That's what I call it.
Call UScoot today. You'll be glad you did.
Call 800-491-0569. That's 800-491-0569.
UC Irvine, you see the score. They're taking care of business here on the Cox 3 Sports Game of the Week. Now we at Cox Communications, we are excited to announce the 2009 Cox College Scholarships. Applicants must submit a video essay, and submissions will be judged by a panel of community leaders. 3 winners will be chosen and will be awarded scholarships. First place, $2,500. Second place, $1,500. Third place, a cool grand. The qualifications and applications may be downloaded from our website that you see on your screen. So some big bucks on the line. Thanks to Cox Communications. And this crowd really enjoying this one. And for UCI, this has to be perhaps their best performance of the season. They have just been on sync from the moment this one began. UCI currently hitting .340 for the match. Carson Clark came very close to a service ace. Bazooka with a beautiful dig. From the back line, Clark. That one nicely digged and kept alive by Pepperdine. Carroll off the block. Here comes UCI. Bodies a-flying. Taylor Wilson. That one's long. So one of the few mistakes we've seen from UC Irvine in this third set. 14-9. But the Waves right now have to hope that not only do they hit proficiently, but also that the Anteaters make some mistakes.
You know, he was just trying to go high hands, just missed it a little bit. Smart shot. Didn't quite get it.
From the back line, Jordan Default with a winner. That's his 12th kill of the match. And boy, he's hitting .440. And listen to these numbers for Pepperdine. Carroll hitting just .229 and McKee only hitting .156. And that's their top two kill performers. The UCI, you could tell that's the reason why they've got this lead here tonight. Santos with a winner. And Rodney Santos has hit pretty good. He's hitting .350. That's his 5th kill. 15-10 is your score. With Matt McKee to serve. Bazooka to Ammerman to Clark. Grubbs with the dig to keep alive for Pepperdine. They'll get it over. UCI's kind of got a freebie here. Nice dig to keep alive by Grubbs once again. Here comes UCI. Ammerman setting up to fall. Nice job on the front line, but it finds the mark for the Anteaters, who go up by 6, 16-10.
Pepperdine's in trouble here. They haven't got a block all game. UCI's had 5 blocks already, and errors to kills are 7 and 6, so not very good for the Pepperdine side.
The Anteaters hitting about 300, but right now Pepperdine hitting only 0-4-5 in this game, and that number continues to go down. And you know what? As happy as people are to see UC Irvine play this well, I think some people are shocked that Pepperdine is playing this poorly. Part of it, I think, though, has been the blocking of UCI's front line.
They're putting a lot of pressure on those hitters. Those hitters probably not used to that, making some errors, trying to push now.
Oh, beautiful dig, kept alive by Clark, and now from the back row. Grubbs comes up with another dig. Carroll with a winner. Clark saying, man, I can't believe I couldn't do anything with that one. But, you know, Carroll usually does that to most teams in America on a nightly basis. And so for Carroll, that's his 16th kill of the night. Santos to serve. UCI still up by 6 comfortably. Boy, Clark had some major hang time on that one, didn't he, Paula?
Got that line clear open, hit it straight down.
Clark with 13 kills. He is their kill leader. He and Default have combined for 25 kills here tonight. Ammerman to serve. Almost a service ace there by Ryan. Remember, he had that one in game 2. And almost had a second one to close out the game. Nice dig, but not a whole lot to do from the back row there. 18-12. Pepperdine to serve, but the good news, when you've won the first 2 sets and you're up by 6 in the 3rd set, all the pressure right now is on Pepperdine. There's another one of those service errors, and UCI's lead back up to 7 at 19-12.
Pepperdine's got to get something going here, get a little bit of momentum if they want to win this game.
Yep, Default to serve. You know, we haven't even seen that much. We saw a little bit of John Steller in one of the sets tonight. And in that match against Pepperdine, he had a career-high 32 kills in that performance. And he's barely got off the bench tonight, which tells you how well the starters are playing.
You know, I give a lot of credit to to him. He's a senior. He's an All-American. You have the freshman right now that may be playing a little bit better that's out there, and he is his #1 fan. He's on the sideline cheering for his team, cheering for the person that's in his position. So I give a lot of credit to him.
Wynn just did a nice job on the front line, and he does again. That one goes out of bounds. But it's amazing how often, though, the front line are getting touches off the attempted kills by Pepperdine.
Yeah, we talked about that all night. Their block is just everywhere the hitters are. He did a nice job. He got the tool that time, but they're putting a lot of pressure on Pepperdine.
19-14. Clark, nice job on the front line there by the Wave. One of the few times that they have. And they did it again. So the combination there of Paul Carroll, Matt McKee, and Mark Hulse equal the point for Pepperdine. They're within 4 at 19-15. We have a timeout on the court. We'll be back with more right after this.
The NBA playoffs are on TNT. Among the league's best, there is one universal truth. Win or go home.
Ryan, he is on fire. Oh, what a beautiful move, and he scores!
Through 40 games and 40 nights, the drama unfolds as the NBA elite strive for one goal. The quest for the championship is on TNT, including exclusive coverage of the Eastern Conference Finals. It's the NBA playoffs on TNT, available in high definition.
Do you want to own a brand new HP, Dell, or other name brand computer and improve your credit at the same time? If so, Tronics Country says you're approved, guaranteed.
I wanted a new computer, but I couldn't get financed. Then I called Tronics Country. They approved me, delivered my new computer, and are reporting on my credit.
If you have an active checking account and can afford low, flexible payments, you're already approved, guaranteed, for this special offer. There's no credit check, so you won't be turned down.
Tronics Country approved me quickly.
I got instant approval, and it was easy. Their flexible payment plans made it easy on my budget. And my kids are getting ahead in school.
I started my own business, and now I'm my own boss.
Call now, and with your paid order, we'll add a free color printer, free MP3 music player, and free LCD TV. You heard right. Free printer, free MP3 player, and free LCD TV. Call now and tell us where you want your brand new computer and free gifts shipped today.
I'm glad I called.
Wherever you go, everything digital will follow.
Marv Dumpy talking to his team. He is not accustomed, at least this year, to getting swept, but it may happen. Cox Forum addresses the issues that matter to you in Orange County. Cox Forum can be seen every Thursday night live at 7, hosted by Terry Waddell. This roundtable program gives viewers the chance to participate by emailing through the Cox Forum webpage at cox3.com. And fans of all ages enjoying this one. And UCI up by 4. And Paul, you were telling me during the timeout how well you and John get along, and that you can go into each other's office and talk to each other about whatever you need to talk to about the world of volleyball.
You know, what's one of the nice things, typically, you know, everyone says men's and women's programs, they train different. But in our case, I'll walk in his office and say, okay, what do we need to do to be better at the BIC? Or what are we doing? Come in and watch my blocking. It's really nice to have just another opinion, or watch video, or, you know, how do you guys do it? It's great. It's one of the reasons why, you know, I came to UCI.
And that's glad to hear. We're glad to have you, because we're hoping for great things. And the substitution, Spittle into the game for Wynn. Of course, Spittle is in there to serve. And UCI up by 5 at 20-15. And Nick is upset with himself, because that's the second time he's come in where he served one right into the net. He says, I know I can do better than that.
You know, it's not that easy to come in off the bench and make that serve. So props to him. In 1996, that was my role. Come in, serve. It's not that easy, let me tell you. I've had the experience.
And where did you play your college volleyball?
I played college volleyball at USC.
And you won a national championship.
Won a national championship, yes.
I'm sorry, just had a brain freeze there for a second. Mark Holtz to serve at 20-16 from the back row. Good job by Pepperdine. UCI keeps alive. Nice dig to keep alive once again by the Waves. Mistake made though, and Clark's gonna make them pay. 21-16, Anteaters by 5, and I'm just not seeing anything from Pepperdine that tells me that they're not gonna get swept, because I'm just not seeing the adjustments being made.
You know, before their timeout, they got their block going a little bit. I mean, they're going to have to, get that going, get some attack going if they want to turn this around.
Carson Clark to serve. Here comes Pepperdine. Well, they come up with a winner there with Matt McKee, and he's had a relatively quiet night. Yes, 13 kills, but he's had too many errors. And when you've got kill man number 2 hitting way under 200, that does not bode well for you. Paul Carroll to serve. And interesting about Carroll, that's a winner for UCI. He's a lefty, but he actually throws the ball up with his right hand, which is very unusual.
You know, I've heard that. I have a couple girls on my team that hit with their right and they right with their left.
Ambidextrous. 22-17 with Taylor Wilson to serve. Let's see if Pepperdine can mount something here. McKee does just that. 22-18, so the lead is 4. It had been 6, so the Waves are nudging a little bit, but is it enough is the question.
They can get into a little bit, get the momentum, but they got to get a couple runs of points here if they want to get back into this.
So Brent Sharapa in to serve, the 6'5" junior. His team down by 4, 22-18. And this crowd is really just eating this volleyball up. Ooh, service ace by Sharapa. Wilson just didn't react quick enough to that one, and Marv Dunphy really needed that point big time for his Waves.
Here they come, see if they can make a run, see what they can do.
See if they can make a wave. Bazooka to Clark. Good job on the front line, but the point for UCI. They're up by 4, 23-19. Wynn comes into the front line. Bazooka checks out, and here comes John Steller into the contest. He's going to come in to serve. And he hears it from the crowd, does John, number 1. 17 service aces on the year. 2.49 kills per set. That's good for 4th on the team. 6'7" senior out of Clovis West High School. And how about that? Fresh off the bench, comes up with a service ace to give the Anteaters a 5-point lead. That's huge.
When things are going your way, things go your way.
Yep. Well, for the Waves, it's turning into a tidal wave, and they appear to have no answer here tonight. UCI is looking to make a quest and try and gain their 2nd national championship. What a great job on the front line by Kevin Wynn and Jordan Default. And I think right now the Anteaters are just feeling it that they will not be denied this evening. Take a look at that play of the middle blockers on the front line. Wynn and Default. 25-19. That one is long. The Waves thought about touching that one for a second, then wisely got out of the way. 25-20. Dustin Diamore and Brent Bazooka in. They will replace. Actually, Diamore will sit down along with Steller. And Steller gets a round of applause for coming off the bench to serve that ace. From the back line, Clark with yet another winner. And Clark has been pretty efficient today. He's got 14 kills, hitting about 260, 270, so starting to get up there. Up 26-20.
Things are going well, rolling right along wherever they go. Back row, front row. Carson seem to be finding a way to get kills.
Pepperdine's 2 losses. They lost to number 8 Stanford in 4, and to number 4 Cal State Northridge by 5. They have not been swept this year, but we may be saying in a few minutes, swept for the first time this year is Pepperdine. They're down 26-21. And they are serving. And Casey Kreider hits one right into the net. And UCI is 3 points away from sweeping Pepperdine. And keep in mind the victory, and you've got a tie for first place in the Mountain Pacific Sports Federation, where both teams would be 17-3. Net violation against UCI, so the Waves with a point and within 27-22. And UCI will finish up their regular season at Stanford and at Pacific, while a pair of matches for Pepperdine at BYU. So the Anteaters, if they pull off the win tonight, which it appears they're going to, truly have a chance to win the conference regular season title.
Yeah, Pepperdine has to go to BYU, and
we mentioned not an easy place to play.
Not an easy place to, yeah, so we'll see how it all plays out. 2 points for the win tonight, though.
28-22. Carroll. Oh, great job off the front line once again. That's been the story here tonight. Ammerman to Diamore, and UCI up 29-22, and they are on their feet here in Irvine, California. The Anteaters 1 point away from sweeping Pepperdine, and you have to figure they pull off this match win, they're going to become #1 in the nation once again.
It's a pretty impressive match, like you said, playing for #1. Crowd's into it, they're into it. What a great match.
It's been the blocking and the hitting percentage with their efficiency that have been the keys tonight. The chance of UCI filling the brand. Kevin wins to serve. It's over. UCI sweeps Pepperdine. 31-29, 30-24, 30-22. UCI now 22-4. They are 17-3 in league. With the loss, Pepperdine is 19-3, 17-3 in league. We have a tie for first place in the MPSF.
That's a nice message to send at the end of the season. UCI is ready. I like that.
Well, UCI's hitting efficiency, they hit over 350 and about 30 block assists. Meanwhile, they held Paul Carroll to a hitting percentage of under 230, and that's unheard of for the best player in America.
Well, we talked about it all night. UCI's blocking was impressive. They contained their hitters, they dug the ball, and they got swings. So their game plan worked. They did a very, very nice job.
The producer and director of the Cox 3 Sports Game of the Week, Marcus Williams, Rudy Milanovic, our TD, graphics, UC, and audio, Danny DeWolf. Our audio assistant is Joe Rodriguez. Replay operators, Chris Anthony and Joe Rodriguez, and Joe doing tape. Our camera operators, Dave Sampson, Joe Coulter, and Robert Cano. Danny Jacobs and Mike Fuhrer are camera operators as well. And engineer, Mr. Bill Fennell. Master control, Mr. Bill Fennell. And along with Paula Weishoff, I am Mark Heller saying so long from the Brent Event Center. And of course, Gordon Spencer, our production supervisor. The UCI sweeps Pepperdine. They're #1 in America. Until next time, so long and good night from Irvine, California.